everybody, this is Boy, and I'm going to be joined by Big D from Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews, and we're going to be doing a review for the 2017 movie, Coco. So, this movie is directed by Lee Unkrich, who also did Toy Story 3, and in this movie, despite his family's baffling generations-old ban on music, Miguel dreams of becoming an accomplished musician like his idol, Ernesto de la Cruz. Desperate to prove his talent, Miguel finds himself in the stunning and colorful land of the dead, following a mysterious chain of events. Along the way, he meets charming trickster Hector, and together they set off on an extraordinary journey to unlock the real story behind Miguel's family history. So, before I get into my part, I'm going to let Big D do his part, so, as always, take it away, Big D.
Hey everyone, this is the Big D, and I'm about to do another collab with Boy. This time we're going to be talking about Disney and Pixar's other 2017 film, Coco, which to me is definitely a very good film. Now, first of all, I like the film's story, following a 12-year-old boy named Miguel who is accidentally transported to the land of the dead, where he seeks the help of his deceased musician great-great-grandfather to return to his family and reverse their ban on music. With such a great story, it has all sorts of neat things, and I do appreciate how it turned out, though it's great colorful moments and stuff like that. Aside from its animation, it has great visuals and its emotional story and its respect for Mexican culture, which that's the one thing I really did like about the film. The film's score, which was done by Michael Giacchino, who of course recently composed several other Disney and Pixar films, I must say did a very exceptionally good job on all the songs. Now, this film does have a pretty good voice acting cast. I liked Anthony Gonzalez as Miguel, the young boy we see, our main character. I'm going to say he definitely is a very good main character. The other voice acting cast was really good too, including Gael Garcia Bernal, Benjamin Bratt, Alana Obat, and Edward James Olmos. And there's several others, but anyway, those are mostly the ones I'm familiar with in this film. So with everything said about this, the animation, the voice acting, the music, the visuals, the emotional story, and respect for Mexican culture, I will say Coco is definitely a great film Pixar had to offer. And if I have anything to say about this film, I am going to say this is probably a film that will probably be maybe about somewhere in the top 10 or maybe just a little outside the gates to the top 10 in my Disney Pixar ranking, but we'll see what happens. So, as always, thank you for making me a part of this, Boy. And until our next collab, this is the Big D saying, see ya. Oh, and if you'd like, check out my review of Coco on my channel, Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews.
Thank you, Big D. It's great to have you on here as always, and I agree with you on this movie. This movie is really good. I think this is another really great masterpiece from Pixar and everything, and I think the story is excellent and very well written. One of the just absolutely most beautiful, well written stories that Pixar gave us in the 2010s. Just really well done and everything. I think Miguel is a really wonderful main character. He's one of the best of he's like one of the best main characters for a Pixar movie in a long time, at the time that this one came out and everything, probably since Joy, like out of an original main character and everything. But then again, Pixar didn't have a lot of original ones in the 2010s. They did a lot of IP movies and stuff, but they had really great characters in this one though, and Hector is probably my favorite character in the whole movie. He just very lovable character, and he's one of those that you really want to see him succeed, especially by the end of the story. Once you learn everything there is to know about the character, everything, by the time the movie ends, it just has a really happy ending on where this character turns out to be and everything. You want to see him accomplish what he's going for and everything, and when he does do it by the end of the movie, it is really, really satisfying. And I love the rest of Miguel's family. Mama Imelda, I think, is like Hector's wife. She's really great too. And Mama Coco and all of his other family members, they're all really lovable characters and everything. Everybody has their own little distinct personality and are all great and everything. I think all of the characters in here are good and everything. Most of the family members are just kind of side characters, and they don't add too much to the story, but they're important enough to be there and everything. And they all are lovable too. And I love the music in this movie. There's a lot of really great songs in here. Of course, the big standout of the movie is the song "Remember Me," which is sung in many different ways throughout the movie and everything, in many different parts. And two of the most emotional scenes in the movie, one where Hector is singing it to Coco when she's a little kid, one of the most beautiful scenes in Pixar history. Just love that moment and everything. And then you get the part at the end when Miguel is singing it with Mama Coco, and she barely is remembering him because she's so old and she's dying and everything. It's pretty much indicated that she has Alzheimer's and everything, and she's just like staring blankly, doesn't remember anything, she's not responding to him, and he starts playing the song and she starts singing along and everything. It's just absolutely beautiful moment and everything. One of the most emotional scenes in a Pixar movie too. I even say that those two scenes in this movie get me even more than Bing Bong's death in Inside Out. Like, every time I watch this movie, I forget how emotional it is and everything, and that scene always gets me emotional every single time and everything. And maybe it's also because my great-grandmother herself had Alzheimer's and everything, so I kind of witnessed her go through a lot of stuff like Mama Coco was and everything. And it was a beautiful moment, though. I absolutely loved it and everything. And I think that Ernesto de la Cruz is one of the absolute best villains that Pixar has given us. Easily the best one since Lotso from Toy Story 3. He's just absolutely great at being a villain. He's one of those villains you can't help but love to hate because of what he did to Hector and stuff. And he's one of the most evil villains in Pixar history and stuff. I think he ranks up there with Syndrome as one of the most evil ones. Syndrome and Hopper and stuff. He's a really great villain and stuff. Not a lovable character at all. He's quite hateable, but he's a good villain and everything. And like the way he just makes everybody love him and stuff, and then you see like this dark side to him and like how dark and fake of a person he is. And the way they wrote him was just really well done and everything. I thought they did a great job with that. And I think the animation is just absolutely gorgeous, especially once he gets to the land of the dead. It's just really colorful and absolutely beautiful. One of the most colorful Pixar movies and everything. It's really beautiful to look at and everything. Really, really great work of art and everything. And I think all of the voice casts are excellent. They all do a great job and everything. And this is just absolutely one of the best Pixar movies, and the ending of it is just absolutely perfect. It ends exactly the way you want the movie to end and everything. It is predictable, like you kind of know how it's going to end, but at the same time it's done in a way that just can't help but make you just feel satisfied. Like it felt like the entire journey that Miguel goes on throughout the movie pays off, and it's a very satisfying ending to the story, and very, very well done and everything. And as much as I love Coco, I don't think that this movie needs a sequel or anything, but I do love this movie, and I would love to see like maybe some shorts or something with the characters or something. They could make fun little shorts with these characters, but I don't know that I'd necessarily want a sequel to Coco, but I would love to spend a little bit more time in this world and stuff. Maybe just as an expansion into a little anime short series or something like that, kind of like Cars on the Road or something. But this movie is great, and I had forgotten how good this movie was, because I hadn't seen it in a very long time, and I was like, man, this movie was so much better than I remembered, and I've always loved it and everything, but it's one that it gets better every single time I watch it and everything. So I'm gonna go as far as to say that Coco is a 10 out of 10. It is a really great movie, great story, great messages about family and stuff, really awesome way to celebrate Mexican culture and stuff and everything. I've celebrated this holiday with a family that my mom was friends with and stuff. They invited us one year to celebrate the holiday, the year that my grandparents died. So I kind of know a little bit about the history and stuff of this, so it was awesome getting to see this movie, and I think they did a really great job representing it and stuff and everything, and it's a very well done movie. So like I said, I definitely give Coco a 10 out of 10. It is a masterpiece. I forgot how good this movie was. Like, it shocked me how much I like this movie and everything, like how much I forgot how great it was and everything. Yeah, it's just, I don't know how I forgot, because and everything, but I forgot how good this one was. So yeah, I absolutely love it. So I definitely would recommend Coco if you haven't seen it, which more than likely you have. It's been out for a good 6 or 7 years, so, but if you haven't, I highly recommend it. It's definitely worth checking out and everything. So thank you all for watching this video. Thank you, Big D, again for coming on here. It was great to have you on here again, and be sure to check out his review and everything. I'll try to put a link in the comments for it, if I can, if I can find it and everything. I'll try to put a link to it, and everything. So be sure to check out his full review of it, and thank you all for watching, and have a good day, everybody.
Yeah!